We just got to see the debut of Russell Wilson with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and man, it was way better than I ever thought it could have been. This went amazing, right? The defense was clamps, right? New Devontae Adams on the New York Jets, thought it was going to be a nightmare for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, let me tell you something. They came to Pittsburgh, and they did not get anything going. Look at this throw by Russell Wilson to George Pickens. Absolute dot. First thing we notice here, look at this dude, Justin Fields, at the bottom of your screen, getting hyped. That is a great person right there. I love Justin Fields. I think he played amazing, but to see him celebrate on the sidelines while Russell Wilson was actually playing well, shout out to Justin Fields. So what we're going to see on this play is play action, right? We got one safety right here. Whenever you have one deep safety look, this is what you call a yes-no read, most likely post-snap. So after Russell Wilson snaps this ball, we're going to fake a handoff to the running back, and we're going to get this one-on-one coverage, right? Play action, they do such a good job here in Pittsburgh because they run the ball so much that these second-level defenders are going to bite up or allowing our guys to get to that third level of the defense. So here we go. We're going to see a three-step, boom, 1, 2, 3, boom. Back foot hits the ground, hitch, right? Three-step hitch, step up in the pocket for Russell Wilson and throw a bomb. Now listen, this is not the most perfect ball in the world, but the one thing about Russell Wilson, he is always going to give his guy a shot to catch that football. And when you have a guy like George Pickens who can come down with a ton of these, yeah, I think this makes Russell Wilson that much more of a better fit in this offense. And again, I think Justin Fields looked amazing. Do not get me wrong, but we saw a new dynamic with Russell Wilson on this football field. Let's just be honest with you. Now, real quickly, I'm going to break down a ton of the plays that I loved by not only the offense, but the defense as well. Beanie Bishop, man. Beanie Bishop, right? Do me a favor, hit that like button. If you want a full breakdown with the all 22 coaches film, let's get this video over 500 likes. But also, comment down below a letter grade for Russell Wilson's debut for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's get into the video. All right, and here we go again. I mean, this is very, very simple. We got trips out to the left, right? But the one thing that we noticed is we got press man covers to the top of your screen. So once again, we have no deep safeties on this right side, just this one to the left, right? So again, yes, no read. In Russell Wilson's head, he is seeing this matchup. He's reading this defender. If he drops back, it turns into a no read. But if this guy comes in remotely or goes to the middle of the field remotely, we're throwing this ball no matter what. That's basically what a yes-no read is. So let's watch how this breaks down. Snaps the ball. He's going to read this key defender. He stays very stagnant, which means Russell Wilson circling yes in his head every single time. I'm throwing this football no matter what. I like my wide receiver more than I like your DB. Now the touch that Russell Wilson puts on this ball is absolutely amazing. DB never whips that head around. You're going to see him turn his back right away, and that's another reason, another telltale sign Russell Wilson's throwing this football. Once that back is turned, throwing the football, right? Look at this touch. Unbelievable, man. This is why you bring in a Russell Wilson. Now you have a dynamic of being able to, go into next week and be like, yeah, we don't know who our starting quarterback is going to be. It could be Russell Wilson. It could be Justin Fields. But you know what that does is it makes defenses, their scheme, it hurts it, right? It kills it. Now they don't know what to prepare for. Russell Wilson just played a great brand of football versus a really good defense. Man, I am so excited about this football team. Not only can you mix in Justin Fields in certain reps in the red zone read option reps, right? But man, Russell Wilson looked way better than I thought he would with no training camp practice. Dude, guys, this is legit. Real quickly, I wanted to give a big shout out, and I honestly don't need to be on the screen for this. I want to give a big shout to Beanie Bishop. So what we see here looks like a shell defense where he's going to actually be responsible for this flat area. Joey Porter will be covering that deep third of the field. But whenever you're in this zone, guys, the one thing you need to do as a DB or a linebacker or anybody, right? You need to be able to read the quarterback's eyes. So the one thing you'll notice is all of these players in the second level, third level, right? They're all going to be looking at the quarterback here. So watch him read Aaron Rodgers' eyes. The quarterback will tell you where he wants to go with the football. He's going to continue to backpedal. Eyes never leave the quarterback until he sees him load up, right? Look at this. Now listen, he doesn't tip the ball, I don't think. He might have. But what he does is get his hand in the way of Garrett Wilson's face, right? He doesn't know what is happening, got in his vision just enough. Or maybe Garrett Wilson was like, oh my god, he might tip this ball, maybe he had to readjust last second. Garrett Wilson's a really good wide receiver, so if you think he just drops this ball to drop this ball, if you think that's just him making a mistake, it's not. Beanie Bishop played in a massive role right here, and then the body control, right, to jump up, try to get this interception, boom, right, but land back on the ground, regain your footing, and then get the interception. Man, Beanie Bishop is a stud, and this wasn't the only time he got an interception in this game. The other one was even crazier, right? We'll go through that one in a second. Oh man, I'm so excited. This team's got players. Hey, Peyton Wilson, right? Beanie Bishop, these guys are absolute dogs. Alex Highsmith was back in this game. Absolutely love it, man. I'm super excited. Now, listen, before we deep dive any further into the video, we still have a couple of plays that I really wanted to break down. Make sure you do me a favor, hit that like button if you want the part 2 to come out tomorrow. But more importantly, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. And we're going to be covering the Steelers throughout the entirety of the season, which means offensive, defensive, individual player breakdown for pretty much every single game. So again, join the family if you haven't already done so. With that being said, let's get right back into the video. All right, so this is definitely one of my favorite interceptions. I don't know if you guys remember last week, but Aaron Rodgers had a throw where, listen, look at Beanie Bishop. He's going to actually turn around here. The wide receivers are going to run basically like a post up that middle of the field. Last week, if you guys remember, and you probably don't because you weren't watching the Jets game, or maybe you were, I don't know, right? But do you remember when Aaron Rodgers made a pass with the DB, the linebacker was completely turned around and fitted to Allen Lazard on an absolute rope? I mean, it was placed in between like the arm of the defender because the back was turned. Well, look at this play. I guarantee you Beanie Bishop watched the film and realized, okay, if I turn my back over the middle of the field and show Aaron Rodgers that I'm not really looking at the football, he's going to try to fit it into a window, right? And again, we'll be able to see more with the All-22 coaches film, but the first thing you notice here, Beanie Bishop turns away from the quarterback, right? You see it just for a second here. Look at Beanie Bishop, right? Back is turned to the quarterback, and he kind of follows that up the field. But last second, he's going to turn around and get into the passing lane and make an unbelievable interception. Beanie Bishop is a guy who started a breakout during training camp as a nickel cornerback, but now is coming out on the scenes as one of the best players on this in the secondary right now. This dude is making plays week in and week out, and it's starting to become unbelievable, man. What a play. I cannot wait to watch this play on the All-22 coaches film. So again, if you guys want the offense or defense first, let me know. That video could come out tomorrow depending on how many likes we get, but man, what a play. All right, last play will break down. This one's really simple. We're just going to get both these guys staggering up to this point of attack, and then this guy's going to come out. This guy's going to break over the middle. George Pickens going to kind of wall off, just get in the way while Van Jefferson leaks into that flat. Perfect play, drops back. He's going to quickly look right. This is a quick read, so you don't really need to be, too much of a drop back. Just maybe a 1-2 step drop and then get that football out. Great job again. We'll be able to see more with the All-22 coaches film, but in my eyes, what we see here is George Pickens doing a good job just getting in the way here, making it even tougher for these DBs to switch, and you can kind of tell here for a split second, this DB on Van Jefferson kind of wants them to switch this. It's not going to work out in his favor. Doesn't work. Ends up walking in for a touchdown. So I believe they're supposed to, this guy will take the inside guy and this guy will take the outside guy, right? Whoever breaks out, you got, and whoever breaks in, you got, right? So it's extremely tough to really go up against that offensively because they both break to the outside. Beautiful job, man. I mean, the scheme, everything was perfect here for the Steelers. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. I'm excited. I'm excited to watch this All-22 coaches film. What a game. The Steelers are going to come away with the victory. And Russell Wilson looked great. The defense looked great. And the versatility of this team just got a whole lot scarier. So let me know what you guys think. Join the family. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.